Hello friends and adventurers, and welcome back to Sally Cat Plays Exile 3, Ruined World. It turns out some of the loot I got from the bandit hideout is actually pretty good. Amethyst has a pretty solid weapon now in the shield mace. A mace that does pretty decent base damage and also offers some extra defense. Also got iron darts, which I'm going to let Garnet hang on to. Bronze skill ring I already showed off. Also, there are two different models of pants in this game. For some reason, the blue ones weigh 1 pound less than the brown ones. I like them better. So we shall put the other pants away into the dresser. I think I just have Garnet hanging on to all the throwing weapons because she started off with throwing knives for some reason. I might use throwing weapons eventually. Steven will be able to, at least once he gets decent dexterity. Got a couple of other interesting items. Basic powder removes acid effects. A pouch of fine white powder, almost like flour, but with tiny silver sparkles in it. I also have a potion of paralysis, which will paralyze the user. I don't think I should use this one. This small green jar is filled with a musty-smelling green liquid. Interesting. That's all of the new items. But I can read a few other magical items while I'm here. Scroll of Flame is a portable flame spell. This scroll is a thin sheet of some sort of lizard hide, wrapped tightly around a polished piece of wood. Medium Curing Potion is a delicate glass bottle containing a sparkling blue liquid. Weak Healing is a ceramic jar containing murky ochre fluid. And Short Sword is for stabbing. See, I have various extra stuff that I'll have to take and, well, I can take it and sell it elsewhere, or I can just abandon it here. I think none of it's worth very much. Even the iron bar wound up being like 20 coins, maybe. But that does bring me to the next point. We've gotten some decent loot and experience, but I do need to find some place to safely sell off my loot and also refill on arrows if I can. Now, I've got a couple of maps here. I do actually have a map of Krizan Province, the first surface area that we can explore. Map obtained by long-range magical scrying. Accuracy is questionable. So supposedly there are a few towns, various forests and mountains. We're not yet sure just how friendly these towns are going to be. But I also have a map of Upper Exile, somewhat more accurate. So we show Fort Emergence in this corner, the Portal Fort back to Exile in this corner, and also places like New Kotra, Ghikra, New Formalo, and Erica's Tower this early in the game? So I think I'm going to go and explore some of these Upper Exile towns before heading out to the great unknown of the surface. And who knows, maybe we'll find some more goblins to kill on the way. Portal Keep west to Ghikra north. Let's just follow the road. Travelers, beware of bandits. Bandits, the penalty for waylaying travelers is death. Did I already read that sign on camera? I might have. Ooh, fancy sign. Ghikra, 10 miles west. On a nice big lake as well. This bizarre, bulbous building is clearly of Vahnatai construction. The stone looks not so much cut or shaped as grown. The walls are round, smooth bubbles of rock, with eerie, silent passages leading into it. Ghikra is a Vahnatai town. How cool! Also, sort of interesting that the Vahnatai have a presence in Upper Exile. I'm sure there's an option I can toggle for showing the same message upon entering and leaving a place. Ooh, I can pick up some razor discs here. Also some rocks. Rock indeed does count as a thrown missile, so if you are desperate... Oh, I can just read that right out of the description here. This is a rock. It's a small chunk of stone, neither rare nor valuable. If things get really desperate, you can wing it at someone's head. It might also make a nice souvenir of your adventure. But for now, it's going right back where I found it. Rocks are somewhat plentiful in the caves. You reach the entry hall of Ghikra. Ghikra is not so much a town as a diplomatic settlement, where your Vahnatai allies keep in touch with the people of Exile. It is disturbingly silent. There is an unsettling lack of guards, despite the dangerous nest of bandits nearby. The entry hall is decorated in the Vahnatai style. Statues and pools arranged in a way that seems random to you, but has great aesthetic value to them. Round passages lead off into the shadows. And there's people here. People including Rentar Earno. Okay, we're just introducing a bunch of big players right at the start here. You stand, edgily, before the most powerful of the Vahnatai, the Archmage Rentar Earno. She was Exile's greatest help in winning the Empire War. She looks at you curiously. She doesn't approach you. She doesn't seem to feel you merit much of her attention. I am Rentar Earno, she says. She sighs, resigned to waste time talking to you. I am Earno to my people, and mistress of Ghikra. I do my research and protect our treasures. When the war against the Empire was won, we decided we should maintain contact with the beings we shared these caves with. That is the purpose of Ghikra, the conduit through which communication between our peoples shall pass. I am here to control it, and to guard it. And we also wish to watch your efforts to reach the surface. Be careful on the surface. The Empire is still a strong foe, and we will not be able to aid you. We feel not all humans are bad. The Empire humans, however, have proved to be foes to us. It is good they are on the surface, away from us. The Vahnatai are my people. We live in the caves far below you, and wish only to live safely and undisturbed. Honestly, who could wish for more? She frowns. My research? That I prefer not speaking of. Okay. But treasures she will speak on. Our crystal souls, the spirits of our ancestors in physical form, and even more powerful and knowledgeable than myself. I hope to be one myself. Alas, others covet them. We have 2 of them here, and guard them totally. However, we do allow some to visit them. As the Empire taught us, we have great treasures others may covet. Yeah, I can understand them not wanting to get their crystal souls kidnapped by the Empire again. She looks uncomfortable. They have said they wish to see humans who visit. I dislike letting humans near them, but their wishes are paramount. She makes a few hand motions. You may now pass the barriers that keep you from them. Cool beans. This Vahnatai is smaller. You meet a Vahnatai child. She looks up at you with great curiosity. My calling is Kaihar. She can speak your tongue, but slow and haltingly. I am of learning and traveling. With my mastering one, Tekoratel, he learns me of magic. He is learning on me my magic and alchemy. Yes, we learning alchemy before magic. All of us learning so. I know much good recipe. Tekoratel say I may teach, to earn money if I can. I am aged enough to do so. Like purchasing?
We can buy the recipe for Grey Mold Salve pretty much right at the start of the game. Also, weak energy potion. I do kind of want that one. I can afford Grey Mold Salve. I've no idea where I'll find Grey Mold around here. What the heck. I can always find more enemies to beat up.
Aha! I be a whole 70 of your years old.
You shake your head in astonishment at this. She is only as large as a 10-year-old human child. Vahnatai lifespans can be quite long compared to humans. I suspect Tekoratel is around here somewhere. And here's a magic barrier that we can't get through. Oh no! And here's a door that I can get through. And that is still Rentarir no. And here's someone else. Looks more like a warrior. This Vahnatai is tall and spindly, even by Vahnatai standards. Over 7 feet tall and twig thin. He sits in front of the fire pit, carefully polishing an amazingly sharp wave blade.
Welcome. It is a pleasure to meet humans at last. I am Ohar. I craft weaponry. Our blades are very different from yours, and yet made under the same principles. We have melee weapons, like you, our wave blades. And we have missiles like you, our razor discs, though not the variety I grant. You humans have such a bewildering array of deadly weapons. We are in wonder that you can keep them straight. Much effort goes into each of our weapons, many hours of crafting and perfecting. Unlike many of us, however, I am eager to display our skill to you humans. He presents several recently crafted wave blades and neatly wrapped stacks of razor discs. If you wish to purchase any of my work, let me know. Aw dang, maybe I shouldn't have spent money on Grey Mold Salve recipe after all. Prices are exorbitant, although bronze wave blade is not that expensive, really. Iron one is. Bronze wave blade does 1 to 10 plus 1 damage. Okay, the wave blade is only 1 base damage better than the broadsword. So, I will keep supplying myself just by looting for now. And you look like another mage, or possibly crystalsmith. The case contains hammers, knives, and other tools for the working and shaping of crystals. Worthless to you. You meet a Vahnatai male, wearing the translucent, softly glowing poncho that is the standard dress for their race. He is carving a gentle spiral of crystal with a small, elegant knife. He looks up from the crystal. You think he's smiling, but you aren't sure. I am called Koriba. I shape crystals. They are having many uses. Like most Vahnatai, his grasp of your tongue is very poor. He holds up the spiral he was working. It catches the dim light and sparkles beautifully.
Is there ever anything so lovely, so orderly? It is the basis of our artisticness and of our magicalness. He looks somber. Yes, I had a best example which is not here for showing. It was a statue, but it was stolen. Recently, a courier carrying a crystal statue I had made was slain by bandits, and the statue stolen. Yet another theft by humans. If you can recover it and bring it to me, I will reward you with another of my crystals. Ha ha! Yes, much magic we make with crystal items. For example, I make the magic soul stones often. Soul crystals, not to be confused with crystal souls. They are used for certain spells to trap creatures to be called forth later. Very strong. He looks at you slyly. In fact, certain such spells I am not forbidden from making for purchase to outside people. For prices. Is that so? Ho ho! So again, at the beginning of the game, pretty low level, I could buy Capture Soul and Simulacrum. I don't quite have the gold to actually buy both of them, though. I wonder if we get discount prices if we bring the statue back. Hi? Tekoratel, what are you doing back here? I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to find you in the greeting hall, not in this odd little corner of the map. You meet a tall, dignified Vahnatai. His skin has the dry, dusty sheen that is a sign of a Vahnatai growing old. I am Tekoratel of Avit. The tel after his name means he is a leader or mayor of some sort. I am a leader and a teacher. I come from our city of Avit with my pupil, searching for one of our number. My home, one of our finest cities in our lands, far, far below. My city was the first to greet the humans. This fact is related to my search. Is it now? One of our mages, Bonirno, disappeared. He was a hero among us, the first to befriend you humans, and to bring exiles into our lands. He said he was going on a journey, and has not been seen for months. It is a worrying mystery. Should you ever meet him, return here to me. I wish much to know of where he has gone. Anyway, him being from Avit is related because Bonirno is also from Avit. My student, Kaihar, is near. Speak to him if you wish. I wish him to meet humans. He thinks. This is reminding me. I teach magic to those I find. Wish you to purchase spells from me? I do wish, but the question is, can I afford it? Okay, looks like level 3 or 4 priest spells. Cure paralysis. Mana creates a lot of food for the party. Force field is sort of neat. Cure disease. Okay, I'm not sure why it's putting cure disease in there. I guess it's just pulling up the entire list of spells. If I don't have Restore Mind, that could be a good one to have. Okay, Smite is level 3. Does Stephen already have it? Let me see. Stephen does not have any of the spells that are currently for sale. would like to increase his offensive capabilities. Did I... I just bought that for Pearl and basically wasted 400 gold. I think I will finish out this episode, and then I'm going to reload and redo this area while buying the spell for Steven, and not for Pearl. Also, there's a crystal here. Boop. Okay, I wondered if Tekoratel being out here meant there was a secret passage in this corner, but I think he just wandered around the same way I did. Also, now I'm poisoned! Hooray! But yes, mystery of where is Tekoratel has been solved. Every hair on your body stands up as you approach the chamber to the east. It is clearly a magical laboratory, but alarming in its spareness. There are no tables, no notes, no arrangements of vials or clutter. There are only 2 cases at the west wall, and an enormous pattern of glowing runes, etched 10 feet high in the tile of the floor. Above the center of the pattern, the air warps and shimmers, like it does above a fire. Okay, big patch of runes. You get a little too close to the center of the runic pattern. Whether in warning or because you disturbed something, you aren't sure, but a blast of energy flies out and washes over you. It hurts an awful lot. Ooh, triple-digit magical damage. Yeah, I'm definitely reloading after I finish exploring here. Can I even look in these? You only manage to open the case a crack before sparks fly from the handles and sear your hands. In the moment it was open, you saw small crystals and completely unrecognizable tools. Fortunately, I have not taken any extra damage. That would kill most of my party. And same message for the other one. Holding pen. Have caution. This will surely end well. Hi. You're a spiny worm. I probably shouldn't be dealing with you right now. Yeah. Fortunately, I don't think it can get through this one-tile gap in the wall here. Also, that is our first multi-tile enemy graphic. Exile 3 does some neat things with expanding the capabilities of the engine. I'm impressed I was able to unlock that, considering this is Rentart Earno's lab. And this must be Rentart Earno's bedroom. With Rentart Earno's crystal, in Rentart Earno's box. Hall of Crystal Souls. This chamber is so solemn and energy-filled, it makes the rest of Ghikra seem mundane in comparison. To the north is a smooth, deep blue pool, undisturbed by the intense flames floating on its surface. On the other side of the pool are 2 heavy stone platforms, constructed by the Vahnatai to serve as homes for 2 of their leaders and greatest treasures, the Crystal Souls. You strongly feel you should watch your step. You approach a large, perfectly flawless blue crystal, about 1.5 feet high. As you do, you feel peculiar, as if someone other than you is inside your head. You hear a gentle voice in your mind. Greetings. The smooth voice in your head continues. I am Glantris Bach. I am a crystal soul. I exist for only one purpose, to help my people. What could be greater? Long after you are dust, I will still be serving my race. I will remember you, and someday, 1,000 years from now, I will tell a young Vahnatai of your struggles to instruct him. That is what I do. I remember and advise. In this form, I remember everything I hear, everything I see. It is a great gift. Often, my people come to me for advice on what to do. I always give it. They do not always take it, but usually they do. This is why I told Rentar Irno to let you see me. There is information I wish to impart to you. The voice in your head gets quiet, so that you have to struggle to make it out. When you reach the surface, and deal with the Empire as it is today, remember Ouroboros. Ouroboros was the snake of legend that was so mighty it circled the world and ate its own tail. It was all-powerful, and yet devoured itself. As you see the surface, remember that image. And that is all I have to say on the subject. The voice in your head fades away. The presence is gone. Okay then. This is a perfectly flawless blue crystal, about 2 feet high. As you approach it, your head begins to hurt. You feel pressure inside your skull, as if someone just pushed their way in. A harsh voice in your mind says, "Speak!" There is a strange, scratchy, discordant sensation in your head. The voice in your mind is loud and disturbed. "I am Vivnes Bok!" You've heard of it. This is one of the crystal souls stolen by the Empire. "I am here! Here!" The rough presence in your mind is getting very uncomfortable. Unexpectedly, the voice in your head calms. "Apologies, I am still recovering from my imprisonment. I must not mention, tested on me, twisting my thoughts on myself, to get me to break to serve them!" The volume of the voice is agonizing. Mercifully, it calms down. Now I lend my paranoia to my people. Strange that must sound, but I am my people's fear. They must share their caves and their scarce resources with you humans and others. And the bad people are on the surface above us all. I am their constant reminder. I remind what some want to do to us. What they do to me! Me! What can always happen! You back away under the force of this poor mad being's thoughts. We are strong, but weak. Everyone must guard everyone from everyone. It pauses. Now I am tired. Leave me. Humans are often bad. Then there is silence. Yeesh. Poor Vivnes. I believe that is all of Ghikra that I can currently explore. So, as I said, I will reload and see you in a bit. And now for an addendum to the main episode. I am back in the bandit hideout, unlocking doors that were previously locked to me. And here's some sort of tripwire. Amethyst, can you do something about it? Actually, yes. The traps in here must be pretty darn weak if 1 point of disarm trap skill can handle them. Question is there anything worthwhile in here? A shield. Possibly. Can anyone carry the shield? Okay. Poison, not interested. Was that all? You trapped it for a shield and some poison. Okay. Something bandit priorities. Anyway, I'm in the bandit hideout, but I need to duck back through the wolf kennel to actually get where I want to go. And I need to take the long way around because this dungeon is designed to be a pain in the butt. I haven't seen any of the dungeon has been cleared out messages, but I'm also not seeing any enemies. chest contains a small, beautifully carved crystal figurine. Statue get. And it shows up in our special items. This is a small, beautiful crystal statue of a Vahnatai female. And now, back to Ghikra. Haven't seen this one yet. A Vahnatai patrol approaches you. They look you over with their strange, alien eyes and wave you on. Searching we are for bandits. Caution we think you should have. They move away soundlessly. So now I can return the crystal statue to Koriba here. He looks pleased. Again, humans correct the wrongs of humans. And in reward, he produces a beautiful, carved pink crystal. It is a soul crystal, using for certain magical spells, and it is yours. He gives it to you. Nice. I no longer have the crystal statue, but I have the much more valuable soul crystal. This is a Vahnatai magical device, a small crystal which can hold the images of monsters, and then be used to recreate copies of those monsters. See the 4th level mage spells Capture Soul and Simulacrum. Well, it made no sense for me to buy the spells before I had the soul crystal, and now I still can't actually afford them. Oh well. Also, one more thing I can show off here. On reloading and re-exploring this area, I did not bother to actually talk to Rentar Irno, and thus I can't actually get through the barrier. You suddenly stop moving. There's no visible magical barrier here, and you don't feel any sort of heat or cold or static electricity. Your muscles simply refuse to move you down the corridor any further. You back away. Powerful magics there. So yeah, I think with Rentar Irno in-house, the crystal souls are pretty secure. Also, when more of the Vahnatai and souls are awake and not resting, they are probably more secure. There we go. No, don't go into combat mode. Also, I have learned I don't need to go into combat mode to cast Scry Monster. So I've now got all the types of Vahnatai here in my bestiary. Anyway, you guys don't need to see this again, but I do want to fully explore the map. And now my map is once again fully explored, or as much as it can be at this point. Well, minus the spiny worm up here, but I don't really want to deal with him right now. So I will do more exploring in the next episode. Have a good one, everybody.